Al. Can I help you?
You sure can. You can tell me where the hell I find Ava Jerome.
Miss Jax, what's this about?
I told you I need to see Ava Jerome.
May I ask why?
Yeah, so I can wring her scrawny neck.
That's gotta be her.
Yeah, let's get this show on the road.
Yeah.
Hi.
Hey.
How am I?
Come on in.
Thank you. How are my favorite new parents?
Well, we're glad you could make it.
You must be so busy with Danny, not to mention your caseload.
Well, we can take one thing off the list. Sam took Danny home. He's on the road to recovery.
Wow, that's great news.
You must be so relieved. I can't even imagine going through something like that with Connie.
Well, I can't imagine that you will ever have to. Now, enough chit-chat. Let me see. Oh, my gosh, she's beautiful. She's sleeping?
Yeah. She's actually, why we called you.
I take it wasn't a social visit. So, what can I do for you?
Help us keep our daughter.
You're worried about losing custody of Connie? Why is that? Is there something wrong with the surrogacy contract? Because if there is, I can add it. No?
It's not the surrogacy contract.
Well, it is. There's nothing wrong with the contract. We just can't use it.
Okay, that sounds like a contradiction in terms.
Yeah, it's confusing, but as we understand it, the agreement only pertains to a baby carried by Maxie that is our biological child.
And that's not the case?
No. Maxie wasn't carrying our child, she was carrying her own.
Jekyll?
I suppose I could always shower later. So, tell me, what did Ava do?
That's not important. Tell me or I can find her.
And a bet in whatever act of violence you have in store?
I'm not gonna hurt her. I just need to have a little discussion with her.
And you think I know her location because?
Well, because she's your art dealer.
You do realize that means that Ava works for me and not the other way around. Now, if I wanted to find her, I know where I would start. Her room.
That's a great idea, but Ava is no longer a guest in this establishment.
She checked out? Oh, don't tell me. You barged into her room as well.
I own the hotel. I reserve the right to barge into anyone's room. No, she didn't check out. She escaped.
She couldn't pay her bills?
She slept with my son.
So you were talking.
I'm not sure what's more notable in this situation. The fact that Ava has a proclivity for much younger men, or the fact that you're so ready to intervene.
I'm Morgan's mother.
Well, there's a concept known as...
Ava is Morgan's mother-in-law.
Point taken.
Yeah, I'm guessing you don't have kids. If you did, you might understand that, you don't stop worrying about a kid when he turns 18.
Okay, so have you tried talking to your son about
Yes,
this?
I've tried talking to Morgan, but he doesn't want to hear one word against Ava. He doesn't understand that she's trying to exploit him. And what kind of woman does that? I mean, really? You know what she's like? She's like one of those teachers who lures the underage kid into bed with her.
Okay, but as you noted yourself, Morgan isn't underage. In fact, he's a grown man, which makes him more than capable of choosing his own sex partners.
Oh, my God.
Now, you may not agree with Ava as a choice, but so what?
Ava is taking advantage of Morgan's immaturity. His marriage fell apart. I mean, he's having one big temper tantrum, and yes, he may be legally of age, but clearly by his actions, he's not acting like it. He's acting like a 12-year-old. And Ava is his mother-in-law. She's in a position of trust, and she's abusing that trust.
Why are you so preoccupied with whomever Morgan is sleeping with? Is it because you're sleeping alone?
Okay.
So, Connie is Maxie and Spinelli's daughter?
She is. Although if a third party hadn't spoken out at the christening, we never would have known.
Maxie was willing to lie for the rest of her life. She wanted us to keep Connie. We want that too.
Look, we just think it's better to get something in writing so that our daughter doesn't have to deal with any confusion.
So that's why we called you here. We want to make our relationship with Connie official, really become her parents in every sense of the word. We want to legally adopt her.
So you want to adopt Connie?
We thought that was the simplest solution, unless you can think of another way to solidify our relationship.
Actually, it's the only option. I'm not sure how simple that's going to be, however. Have either of you had a conversation with Maxie or Spinelli?
Not about the adoption.
No, but, I mean, Maxie was very clear. When the truth came out, She told us in no uncertain terms that she's giving Connie to us, and Spinelli even backed her up.
And they said they were at peace giving her up.
They knew that she would be raised in a loving home.
And look, if the truth hadn't come out at the christening, I mean, none of this would be necessary. It's only because this Brad Cooper guy announced at the christening.
Who?
Oh, he's a lab tech at the hospital.
He found out that Connie was really Maxine Spinelli's, and then he announced it at the christening.
So can it be done?
Yes, it can.
Oh, thank God.
We weren't sure.
It absolutely can, but again, I'm not sure how simple this is going to be. I mean, you can't just unilaterally adopt a baby that isn't yours. Not in a situation like this.
Well, what do you mean?
The adoption can't go forward unless Spinelli and Maxie give their express consent.
Where do you get off commenting on my sex life?
In my room. The one that you just barged into.
Oh, don't make this about me. This is about you and your idiotic statement. I mean, what makes you think that I'm not...
Actually, you're the one who made me think that. When you broke up with your boyfriend.
Boyfriend?
The nurse. The one that you were slapping when I ran into down at the pier.
Yeah, him.
Yeah, things clearly ended badly between you two. Although if we are being completely honest about things, I I have to wonder just how satisfied you could have possibly been in that relationship.
Satisfied.
I hate to break it to you, but the young man is obviously gay.
Yeah, that was a consideration.
And perhaps that discontent is the reason for your fixation on your son's sex life.
You have no idea what you're talking about.
Okay, so I have this wrong. You're seeing somebody new now? Tell me, who's the lucky guy?
There's no lucky guy. And with that, you free for dinner?
Did you just,
Ask you to dinner? Guillaume has roast rabbit on the menu. You think you've died and gone to heaven.
why the unexpected invitation?
Why not? You just told me that I don't have my priorities straight, that I'm focusing on my son. Maybe I should spend my time on a handsome, charming stranger.
Me?
Is that a yes?
Well, I'm pretty sure I don't have any obligations this evening.
Great, then it's settled.
Actually, I'm afraid it's not.
Oh, you don't like rabbit? There's other things on the menu you might like.
Well, it's actually not the menu that I'm questioning. It's your motives. And one minute you're being hostile, and the next, you're asking me out. And forgive me, but I'm not buying it.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for doing this. I hope it wasn't an inconvenience.
No, not at all. I'm actually really glad that I have a template on my hard drive for some of my cases. Makes it easy to edit, and then you print it out, and no fuss, no muss.
Give my right arm for no muss, no fuss.
This is not exactly the way you wanted to start out your new lives as parents.
No, but I can't really talk. Look at everything that Sam's been through.
She's had a rough first year.
Well, she's really lucky to have you.
Thank you. What about you, Lulu? Is your family around to help?
Nicholas is busy dealing with his own issues. Lucky and Ethan are a world away, and my parents. Don't get me started.
You have had your fair share of family drama, that's for sure. Let me ask you something. What about Bobby and Lucas?
Bobby and I exchange emails every once in a while, and I don't really keep in touch with my cousin.
So I guess it's safe to say he won't be paying you a visit anytime in the near future?
Not in the foreseeable future. I get the feeling you have your own reasons for asking that do not include a Spencer family reunion.
Yeah. Actually, I was hoping that Lucas might be able to lead me to Sam's father.
You're not, buying it. What's to buy? I'm offering to buy you dinner.
So I'm just to assume that there's no ulterior motive.
Everything I have on Ava Jerome, but be warned, it's not much. I've yet to unearth any skeletons or suss out a history between her and Silas Clay.
Yeah, I don't care about Silas Clay. There's someone else I need you to look into. Derek Wells. Maybe what you said resonated with me.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did you just say that I was right?
I'm saying that I'm a little lonely. And it would be a nice change of pace to have dinner with someone I'm not related to or feuding with. It's been a while since I made new friends. Is that ulterior motive enough for you?
Give me 20 minutes. I'll see you upstairs.
From what I understand, Lucas's biological father died before he knew he had a son.
So you think Julian Jerome is Sam's father?
I know he's been dead for a long time, but for Sam's sake, it would help put an end to the uncertainty.
You don't have to explain that to us.
Preaching to the choir here.
If I can compare Lucas's DNA with Sam's DNA, it could help determine if they share the same father.
Which is why you were hoping Lucas would visit.
It was a long shot. Phone call would be a lot easier, but it's awkward to call someone you haven't seen since they were a teenager and say, "Can I have some of your genetic material?"
I would be happy to try to connect you with Lucas, but like I said, I mean, we don't really talk. The person you need to speak with is Lucas's sister.
Yeah, just sign there. And then you want to initial right there.
And that's it? We're good?
Yeah, that's it. Now, all you want to do is have Maxie and Spinelli sign that, return it to me, and I'll file it.
And Connie is ours.
Signed, sealed, and delivered, barring no problems.
I can't imagine what could be a problem.
Good. Well, good luck to both of you.
Thank you, Alexis.
Take care.
See you. Who you calling?
Maxie, why waste time, right?
Good, just the person I wanted to see. Do you have a minute? I want to ask you something about your brother.
Lucas? What do you want to know about Lucas?
It's not Lucas I want as much as it is his father.
Hey.
Going somewhere?